incredible conversation. You know me, I love it. So some of y'all have not been worshipped during sex, and it shows. Okay. I've been, thinking about like a lot of the rap videos I see and all that. Everyone's always promoting this like treat me like shit while we're having sex and then I expect you to respect me after, which, if you like kink, whatever. We all like kink, whatever. We all have our kinks. But the thing is there's a difference when you are worshipped, right? Like somebody who wants to take it slow, to actually please you. They're not just like rushing to get to the end of the fucking line. They don't need to beat you up during sex. Somebody who like actually sees every inch of your body and your soul, and they want to integrate with you, right? They pursue that differently, right? It's more slow moving. It's more romantic. It's that Kenny G shit, right? A lot of people are like, that's boring, and that's your trauma speaking, actually. It's your trauma that makes you feel like put abuse and love in the same compartment, right? So like when you're actually like loved or valued, when somebody actually adores you, they show it in the way that they treat your body. Okay. And I say if you want to go, get ripped up, do whatever you're gonna do, like do it. This is for people who need to hear the other side of that, like I one of my favorite songs actually is the Leo Machiavelli's version of the WAP song. Okay, like so I like listening to that stuff. It's fun, but if we're gonna be real, like there's something, it just hits different when somebody actually admires you, when they want to take their time with you, when they want to make sure that you're taken care of in that way, and they're like, they want to honor you even during the process. It's not about disrespecting you and fucking splooging all over you or whatever the fuck you're into. I don't know. But, for them, it's more, it's not about just getting something. It's about being one with your body, right? And that's a whole other ball game. When somebody wants to be one with your body, I know you guys are like, you don't even have sex. Shut up. I know. That's why I know. Okay, like I don't have sex because I'm picky as fuck about it. Okay, how about that? Catch me outside. People just don't know how to worship me. Okay, maybe that. But like, I don't know. I just thought it was like channeled. I was gonna do the fucking Capricorn reading, and I was like, you know what? I feel like people really need to hear about like being valued, right? In and out of the bed. Typically somebody who like, and I don't mean worships you like idolatry or like God or whatever, but somebody who sees the God inside of you, sees the divinity inside of you and wants to honor that, right? They want to make you feel, have you ever been like having sex with somebody and they get so fucking gross about it, and then like halfway through you're just like, I don't want to keep going, like this is awful. Like I just feel like I'm being used, I feel like they're just jerking off into me, like let's be real, like let's open that discussion, because that's what a lot of today's sex is. It's just like jerking off into each other. There's no like actual connection. There's not any actual like depth, and it's like, if you're gonna swim in this ocean, you better be an anglerfish. I ain't fucking around with no goldfish. Like I've been in the shallow waters. I don't want that shit. And I feel like, it's kind of one of those things where like, I think, it's perfectly fun to like role play and do all that stuff. But like have an energy of respect towards each other, have that energy of like, you're not conquering this person. It's not about conquering them. It's about being in them, or with them in some way. It's about having union, you know? I feel like sex is a very sacred act, a very powerful act. You know, when you have sex with somebody, you're exchanging energy. So especially the energy that you're in during the act of sex, that really affects the energy transference, you know? Tantric sex is something that I actually am a huge fan of. I've never had it, but I've talked about it a lot. So I've read about it. But it's like basically where the orgasm is the last thing on your mind. All right, you're trying to do everything but have an orgasm. Like you want to take your time with it, you want to enjoy it, you want to look into each other's eyes, you want to have like a whole like connection, you know. And then, you know, when the kundalini is ready, then you transfer the energy. But like, you know, I feel like everyone treats it like it's a fucking race, man. It's like wham bam thank you. Have you ever seen sex? Right? Like, look at porn. It's just gross, dude. It just looks like a bunch of dogs humping each other. It's just like you know, it's over. Okay, cool. Very nice. High five, bro. You know, like it's so and it's like there's a way to make love where it's not that, where it's not gross, where it actually it looks and feels passionate. It's like there's depth to it. It's not just like dogs humping each other, you know. It's like it's real, you know. It's because we're very conscious beings, and I feel like we should be very conscious of the sexual interactions that we have, you know. It shouldn't just be like, oh, you're hot, let's bang it out, you know, because like that hot person might not have the same core values as you. That hot person that you're trying to conquer right now, they might not be like in the same mind. And when you have sex with somebody whose vibration is very low, you end up in a very low vibration. And if you're a very high vibration, they end up in a very high vibration because they've siphoned your energy, right? So, like, you want somebody who's equally yoked, you know? You want somebody who is on the same page as you. And, you know, like, you know, we use sex as punishment, right? We, like, take these childhood abuses that we have suffered and we're like, you know what? Let's turn this into something sexy. Let's just get more abuse and have an orgasm at the same time. You know, that's kind of what I've kind of seen or, you know, whatever. And it's like, what if we take the trauma out of sex and love? What if we take all that out and we are just like, this is about connection. This is about being one with another. This is about, you know, you can't go out just like fucking everybody when you take it seriously, when you see it as a sacred act, you know. And I'm not shaming anyone for doing that. Like, you know, do what you do. I'm just telling you from like my perspective on sex, right? So if you don't agree, that's fine. I'm not forcing anybody to agree with me, and I would never kink shame anyone. I just feel like we are projecting our traumas and our abuses into our relationships when we go into that. You know, when we're like, you know what, I want to come out of this beaten and bloody and like, you know. And it's like, love is so much deeper than that. It's like, it should feel like you're in the ocean, right? Just like floating in the ocean. You should feel weightless. You should feel moved by spirit, you know. I feel like there's a very sacred way that it can be done where you are moved by spirit and not moved by lust, you know. I feel like lust is kind of the saddest thing that ever happened to humans because like it distracts from the actual like conscious connection you could be making there. It's all ego, you know. It's all like, oh, they got a vagina, I got a penis, or they got a butthole, I got a penis, or you know, or whatever. And then they like go into that, you know, just mindset of like, let me just take that body and use it, you know. And they're not thinking about like the brains that they're making love to, you know, or that they should be making love to, you know, like they're just kind of like in it for the fun of it. And I don't think that it's really like, I think that yes, it's fun. It's all about pleasure, yes. But it's more than that. It's not just like go pick somebody to go have fun with. It's like I feel like it's such a sacred act that it should be utilized amongst people who are really all in, you know? Like 100% in. If you're not 100% into that connection, I don't think you should be making that connection, you know? Because then what happens is when you have sex with somebody, um, there's an attachment that grows, right? Whether or not you're like, oh, this is casual, this is whatever, because somebody's body involved is seeing it in a different light, right? Like the guy I married, I took his virginity. Okay, and we went through like a decade of our relationship, of exploration, whatever, you know, and it was nice, it was good, but then I realized that our idea of what was happening was not the same, and his attachment to me was not the same as mine to him. It's like because I was worshiping him, and you know, in some ways there, because I was taking my time, because I wanted to expand that process and turn it into something more, and I never communicated with him about that, and so then like, you know, like his idea of it was like, let's get nasty, you know, and it's like, which is fine, it's totally fine, it's, you know, it is what it is, but I just never felt like sexually appreciated because certain things that I was expanding on was not being expanded on for me, you know. I'm like, let's be gentle, and then he's like, let's just beat each other with sticks. No, I'm kidding. No, we had great times, okay, but it's like you know, and sometimes even I would get in the ego about it, and then I'd be like, fine, you want to do it like that, let's put all of our trauma into this bed right now. You know, and I like, and you know, because I'm an Aquarius, I'm like, I could one up you in the trauma department, let's see, let's do it, you know. But then it's like, then it wasn't serving the right purpose, right? And it was weird because it was like, even being married to this man, I felt like I was being unfaithful. That was the fucking part that fucked me up. I felt like I was being unfaithful to my divine counterpart. Because I was like, I don't think this is my divine counterpart. Because we're like, on an intrinsic level, we don't have the same values, right? And I feel like having the same values in the sack is kind of an important thing. Like, yeah, we can liven it up, we can do both ways, all the ways, you know, but unless like we are on 100% the same page about it, it's like not feeling right. And so I like, that's where I ended up kind of separating myself in my relationship, because I was like, bro, like, I feel like I'm cheating. I know we've been together for a decade. I know that it's, you know, but I feel like I'm cheating. I feel like this ain't right, you know, and I prayed about it. I lost my mind about it. I was like, why does this feel wrong, you know? Is this supposed to be the one I spend my whole life with, that I do the things with? And it just, dude, you know, it was like, it was me who came to that realization that I was like, I need to be loved the way that I love, you know? And a lot of times, because of the lack of communication that happens, especially in couples, it's like, I wasn't being loved the way that I loved, you know? I was trying to accommodate for the way he needed to be loved, but I didn't know how to communicate, like, my own needs. And then when I started trying to, it was, like, way too fucking late in the game, and I was like, well, shit. You know, like, we'd already established our dynamic. We'd already, you know, done things a certain way. And so when I make that change that late in the game, then it kind of, like, turned everything upside down. And it was like, you know, it's like a lot, you know, to be like, you know what, I just don't feel like I'm adequately loved here. And it's not that he was not loving me, it's that he was loving me in his love language. My love language was very different. My love language was like, it was more simple, which is kind of the funny part. It was more simple. It was like, but it was so simple that it was like rocket science to explain. Like, you know, he could give me all the gifts in the world. He could take me to all these cool places. We could do all these things, and that was fun. It was great. But intrinsically, I needed something different. I wanted something where we could just sit at home and fucking vibe, you know, where it just felt like companionship all the time. Like, where even in the most tedious or mundane things, like, we could enjoy it, like cleaning the house together, cooking meals together, doing things like that. Like, I wanted every part of our relationship, especially the mundane parts, to be us working as a unit. I never communicated that. I never did. I was like, you know, I just expected to be understood, and that's where I fucked up. I'm great at taking accountability, if you've noticed, but like, you know, and I just, and I felt like I was doing a disservice to myself by not acknowledging myself and acknowledging my emotional needs, or my, you know, physical needs even. You know, most days I just wanted to fucking play in the garden, you know, and it's like, but having somebody who is like, well, I kind of want to play video games right now. I don't want to be sitting outside. And I'm like, but the flowers, what if they do something and we're not looking? Like, you know, and I'm like, you know, it's like, I feel like it really matters, especially in the beginning of any kind of relationship dynamic, to really communicate these things. Like, how you want to be loved, how you love, and how you want to be loved. Like, what all are you bringing to the table, and what do you want to get at the table? You know, because relationships are give and take, and there are expectations, whether or not we want them. There are expectations, and that's reciprocation, right? If there's no reciprocation, then it's kind of like that relationship is just dead in the water, you know. And so, you know, I don't know, I just thought, like, maybe I could help somebody else. If you guys are entering into a relationship, or you're newly with somebody, right now is the best fucking time to talk about all that other shit. Because if you do it like I did, where you figure it all out late in the game, like a decade later, and then you're like, by the way, all of this is wrong. And then they're like, I've been fucking up this whole time. And you're like, no, I didn't tell you, you know? Like, you weren't fucking up. I didn't tell you where it wasn't right, you know? And, like, I just kind of went with it because I had my rose-colored glasses on, you know? I was just, like, I was just feeling in love, you know? But I didn't know how to ask to be loved in the way that I would understand it as love, you know? And, you know, I feel like, you know, even these uncomfortable talks are important, you know, like, and I know, like, I normally don't come on and start talking about sex, but I recently had to give my two sons the talk, and I was like, you know what, I feel like I should really talk to the world about the talk, like, you know, like, I feel like, I mean, you guys know the basics of how sex works, you know, so I ain't gotta tell you that part, but, like, you know, understanding the connection there, and what's really going on underneath it all, you know, understanding that we're energy beings, and so when we have sex, it's a very energetic thing. Like astral sex, it's like you can have complete sex with your soul and not move your body, right? Not saying that like you're physically not having sex, but like in your soul you're like, I don't know how to explain that, but it's like, you know, in your soul it's like you're there, you're doing it, right? And I think that's kind of where I started feeling like I was cheating, because I felt connected to my divine counterpart, and my divine counterpart was not the person I was legally married to. And it's like, that's a weird concept too, where I'm like, okay, I married this guy, so I wouldn't be in sin, but I am in sin because I was married previously for eternity, right? In a past life or whatever, I was already connected to somebody for eternity. And so any kind of interaction after that, it's like cheating, Even if I'm not like, I don't know, it's a weird way to think of it. If you're in a twin flame thing, you understand it. But it's like I couldn't wrap my head around my relationship anymore because I felt like I was being unfaithful. That's such a strong fucking place to be where you're just like, how am I being unfaithful? I did the things, I did it all the right way, and it's like, but it was like the divine was just like, bro, you're just not with the right individual. But, and it's like, it is what it is, and then I prayed, I repented for it. I was just like, sorry, like, I cheated, like, because I felt like I was cheating, like, I felt like it just, and then after I, like, came to that inside of myself, I was like, I'm just gonna be loyal for the rest of my life, even if I never get to that point with my twin flame. I know that I, like, have a soul vow that I feel very strongly, and I'm just kind of like sticking to it, and it's sometimes it sucks. Sometimes you're just kind of like, or I'm just kind of like sitting there like, yeah, companionship would be nice, would be nice, but then it's like, anytime somebody even shows up or tries, I'm like, I go back into that in my head, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I'm married to somebody who doesn't talk to me. Like, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. It's like your soul knows, right? Your soul knows when it's wrong or right. And I feel like the taboo of the kink is really what gets people. People love taboo, They love breaking the rules. Any rule that you can create, they're like, let's break it. Let's get weird about it. Let's do all these things. And the soul is kind of like, sure, taboo is great for your ego, but where's the connection? Where's that vibe? Where's the earthquake in your soul, right? Like, because, I don't think, like, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or any of those people have ever actually experienced that earthquake in their soul of connection, right? And so while they're sitting there singing about throwing their ass all over the damn place, it's like, yes, that's cute, that's sexy, whatever, you're great, I love you, but at the same time, I hope and I pray that you find love and you get actual connection and you see how sexy it is to be worshipped while you're having sex. Not in an idolatry kind of way, but like in an appreciative kind of way where they're just like, every inch of you is amazing and I want to take my time to appreciate that shit. I want to touch it all, but in a not vile way, and I really do pray for these girls out here and for these guys, I pray for everybody and the theys, everybody, because I think like when you experience love that quakes your fucking soul, it's gonna hit different, it's gonna be like, wow, like mind-boggling how amazing that could be. Like I said, I'm just speaking in theory because I don't know what that's like. Right? Well, I mean, I do know what it's like to like have somebody like worship me, take their time with me and all that, but I don't know what it's like to do it with my twin flame. And so, but I do pray for others that they get to experience something like that, where they get to have that earth-shattering experience. Well, earth-shattering is the wrong word. It's like that, I don't know, I'd like where you go in and you feel like you come out with like more than what you went into it with, like you feel like you came out with like more love, more respect, more everything, more connection, more depth, in that, rather than just feeling like, well, we just had a quickie and it was cool, whatever, it's like, dude, those sexual encounters that mean nothing, those are just like wasting your body, you know, wasting your energy, because there's not anything real to it. It's like anybody can do that to you. Anybody can disrespect your body, but it takes like a real fucking king, queen, whatever to like to actually want to treat you like an equal, you know, to actually want to spend time with you and like enveloped in you and like, you know, I feel like that's a whole different experience, you know. I feel like that's like and you know, it only took me 30 years to find out, but whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and I'm gonna get on with my last reading for today. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of like put my 2 cents in on that. And also wop wop wop. You know, I know you guys are like, you fucking idiot. I know, I'm funny. But like, I just love the music, okay? And I cannot help that I love Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, right? I see them as like, yeah, they're a little lost, but man, they're fucking funny, okay? They're like lively little girls, and it's like they're such young souls. You have to like appreciate that about them, that they're just like little baby souls and they're just learning and they're figuring it out. And when they do figure it out and when they do understand like that true connection, it's gonna, their music's gonna change. They might turn into fucking indie folk singers. They might be like turning into fucking Kenny G over there. I don't know what they're gonna do. We're gonna find out though, because they are growing and they're changing and they're opening up their mindsets to the world around them, you know. And it's like the less appealing the vanity of it gets, the more appealing the reality of it is. You know, they might be singing, they're like, and then he caressed my face. You know, like, I don't know. Whatever. I can't wait to hear it. Show me. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.